if you hear something in the back, you just ignore it. I'm named in the studio, as I like to call it, to have the nice quiet noise and somewhat, and just ignore that. But with that being said, welcome back. It's episode 22. I apologize for not doing the episode last night for y'all. Kind of stuck in my mental, just giving myself a mental break. But now I'm back at it. Look here. Recap: college football week 3. Not gonna spend long. I ain't gonna spend long on last week's picks, but your boy did go. 7 for 10 with the 3 losses coming from with me picking Boise over Oklahoma State, with Auburn didn't pull out the upset, and Utah going 1-2, losing to San Diego State. Not a very good look for the Pac-12 with that right there happening. But the rest of them, hey, BYU holding their own. Alabama putting out the squeaker. I'm going to get to that in a second. I'm going to come back to that. Michigan State, let me tell you something. Michigan State bullying, holding their own, taking care of business in South Beach, beating up Miami, and now Michigan State they are ranked. I did get one of my other upsets. West Virginia over Virginia Tech. Chanticleers won, Cincinnati won, Oklahoma won by the skin of their teeth. But it is what it is. With that being said, though, what's going on? Let's talk about the 2 games. Let's talk about the 2 games for next that happened last week. Recap of week 3. The 2 big games last week was the game at the Swamp with Alabama and Florida, and the game at Happy Valley with the whiteout with Auburn and Penn State. First of all, we ain't about to spend a whole bunch of time trying to dissect every single part of each game, but what I will tell you is this: that team, and what I mean by that team, I'm talking about Alabama. I told a few people on Saturday, matter of fact, Friday night to be exact, last Friday night, I said that game's gonna be a little closer. Somebody told me, no, Alabama got better players. That game will be over by the first quarter. Let me put it this way: that game was over by the first quarter, or was it? Because this is not the only time I have seen Alabama like this, where they cannot make adjustments. And see, I said this before: change the coordinators, change the systems. The system, and a lot of people really don't realize that, yeah, you went from Kiffin to Stark now to Bill O'Brien. You feel like it's not the same. It's really not really that big of a change of the system, but it is. One runs a no huddle to a point where they run a lot of plays by snapping it by every few seconds. One will do a no huddle and take their time with it and get the right play in. While the other one, we're just not sure about him as it is. We just know he back at the college ranks, and we just don't know what is going to come out of. And he going to play. He does the spread offense, but it's not the potent spread offense towards where Stark and Kiffin is at. Well, here's the thing about it: Bill O'Brien got a lot of toys to play with when in this offense. But the thing about it, what a lot of folks got to realize is this. I said one key thing: Alabama don't really go on real true road trips. But they they went to one already, Florida. They passed that test. The next test is A&M. They get Ole Miss at home, which, by the way, I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all better keep your eyes on Ole Miss. No lie. you better keep your eyes on Ole Miss. Ole Miss is nothing to play with. They put up points. Yes, their defense is probably going to be a little suspect, but at the same time, if you put up enough points, your defense going to play very, very aggressively. That's how Kiffin is running that team in Oxford. Which meaning, yes, I have a feeling that Alabama is going to run up on a loss or two sometime down this season. Oh, by the way, let me put it this way. A lot of people gonna say, well, they need to beat whoever's gonna beat Alabama gonna need to beat them before October. Before the third Saturday in October. You're right. See, after Alabama plays Tennessee and they play Mississippi State, they don't leave the state. After they play Mississippi State, they don't leave the state of Alabama for the rest of the season. Listen to what I just said. They played 5 consecutive games from the last Saturday in October all the way to until it's time to play the SEC championship game. Not the fact the SEC championship game is in the state of Alabama, but it's in Georgia. But what I mean is, literally, their last 5 games are in the state of Alabama. Listen to the words I said. I didn't say all 5 of those games is home. I said all 5 of those games are in the state of Alabama, meaning their last game is at Auburn. See, a lot of folks got to realize, I said, this cat right here, he ain't been tested. Florida was a pretty good test. That was a pretty good punch in the mouth after the second half. Probably about that last drive in the second quarter going into the second half. Florida punched Alabama in the mouth from halftime on out. Everybody was expecting, this shit is over with. Click, went to the next game. Come back, what the fuck? Yeah, exactly what happened. Meaning, Florida got heart. I'm gonna get into this. Florida got a little heart. I didn't expect Florida to win this game. I did pick Alabama, but I did not expect Florida. I didn't expect Florida to win this game. But I did, like I said last week, was intending to root for my team with it, which I did. I would say this: if Richardson was in the game Saturday, I think we would have probably pulled the upset. And it's not to say that Richardson was the key to winning that game. I just think the sum of Richardson's decision making is slightly better than the junior that has been there for the last 3 years, if not 4, if we're not counting his redshirt year. Because he's technically a redshirt junior, but they might have burned the redshirt and let him be a straight up junior. So, with that being said, I like the fact that Florida fought. I like the fact that they put up a hell of a fight. But damn, please. I'm glad that this game against Tennessee is at home and it's at night and it's on ESPN at 6 o'clock. It gives Florida time to get their get their fucking minds right. That game at Alabama took a lot out of Florida. Now it's time to get the nitty gritty. If you want Alabama in the rematch, you got to run through the gauntlet of the East and win the rest of your games. But Alabama, see, a lot of people with Alabama got to realize is Alabama their tests ain't done. See, a lot of people thinking Alabama gonna have just a smooth straight line after pretty much probably after the A&M game, because technically they played Ole Miss before A&M, or right after A&M. Either way, don't matter. They played those 2 games literally right next to each other. The thing about it is, by the time they get to Mississippi State, and they played Mississippi State at Mississippi State. So I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. That's a true road game. Even though it is in Mississippi State, but it's still a road game. You know how hard it is to win a road game at the SEC? I don't give a damn who they are. Vanderbilt might show the fuck up at one game and just upset somebody. It happens. It's the SEC. A lot of bodies catch bodies when you go on the road. So here's my thing. Tennessee comes into Gainesville this Saturday night. Tennessee gonna put up points. I just need Florida to hey, make sure you get all the sleep, get all your rest, because come 6 o'clock, I'm gonna need you to bust their ass. Alabama's gonna be all right. They playing Southern Miss. They gonna bounce back. They gonna get their. They play Ole Miss in 2 weeks. That's what it is. They play Ole Miss in 2 weeks, so they gonna get their bearings in order in time for them to play Ole Miss. And when I say they play Ole Miss right before, I think I said it right. They play Ole Miss right before A&M. So yeah, we just got to keep an eye on that. Keep your eye on the. Just keep your eye on that. Like seriously, Ole Miss in the SEC West could literally stop somebody going to the national championship. I said it like I said, the national championship. I know you play a playoff game before that, but you might not make it to that playoff game. That's my point. All right, let's move on to the Penn State-Auburn game. Now, I'm going to say this out of respect of both teams. That was a drag-out fight. I like what I saw from both teams, but I feel like Bo Nix experiment